Hi all, welcome to Sportive Mechanics on YouTube. It's Nicolas. Today Xiaomi invited us to present this to you. The SU7 Max version in Paris. We got two, this purple one and a blue one inside. I will take you around, tour the exterior, the interior, give you all the features of this car that is not yet out in our country in France, but which was one of the cars that has been talked about the most in China recently. Let's go, I'll take you to discover all of this. Well, so here's the Xiaomi S-U7 Max as you can see it in this purple version right here. Big brake, big rim. This is the new car from Xiaomi. So, it's raining a little bit today. I'm sorry. So, inside there's another one, but it's going to be complicated. I'm going to show you the inside of the other one inside. This one we can see that even at the windshield level it has a treatment. I'll take you to discover it with me directly. It'll be much simpler. Here's what the front looks like, and I'm going to give you all the specs. We can see small color details. Bodywork also here in the air intakes. There, the small air curtains on the sides. The lights are not on, but I will take you to rediscover that inside. So it will exist in SU7, SU7 Pro, SU7 Max. In China, it starts from 27,450 euros. So which is really not expensive for an electric car, especially with quite honorable performances. The first one produces 299 horsepower. We can recharge it using this charging hatch. I made myself a small card because I don't remember everything. 400 Newton meters for the first version, 0 to 100 in 5.3 seconds nonetheless. With a 73.6 kilowatt battery pack, this car boasts a range of 372 miles. Then, the existing Max, the version that you have right here today, so this is the most powerful version, the Max. It has 673 horsepower. So it's a bit of a competitor to the Model S, it's a bit of the Taycan. The car has a top speed of 164 miles h. It's starting to get intense. 0-100 in just 2.8 seconds and 0-200 in 10.6 seconds. It has a highly worked CX at 0.195, which is good to be under 0.20. It penetrates the air exceptionally well, as evident from the top view. We have a LiDAR sensor right here. The mirrors are also installed, and they are very, very round. Everything seems super aerodynamic. Even the cameras here on the side, each car has 11 cameras all around, so we find them there. We find it forward on the windshield, also on the sides. It reminds a little of what we have at Tesla in the door pillars, also at the back. It's that high definition cameras exist in 6 colors, in blue, in white, in orange, in black, in purple, like that, and in gray. Inside we will find 4 different interiors. And I'm quite curious to know what you think of this car. Look at this look. Sorry, I'm in Paris and it's quite messy here. For the rear tires, we are using 265 20-inch size. So, we seem to have a nice caliper at the back, and on the front we can see that it's even bigger, with perforated discs and Brembo calipers. So we have 6 pistons here on the front, with tires, so Michelin Pilot Sport E5. So, this was specially developed for electric cars, and we are at 245, still on this part. The trunk in the front has 27.7 gallons of capacity, while the trunk in the back offers 136 gallons of space. For the standard versions, and a little less, 493 on the Max versions like this one, because of the additional engine and larger battery. In terms of size, this car measures 4 meters 99, 1 meter 96 wide by 1 meter 45 high, so it's not very high, it's still quite wide, 1 meter 96. So we can see that it's even a large sedan, and in terms of length, it's going to be ultra spacious. I will present the interior on the second model, and we have a wheelbase of 3 meters, so 3 meters that normally leaves a lot of space. We know that in China, they are very, very fond of cars that are much longer, because I came by motorcycle, so. The most important thing for them is having a lot of space in the back. I don't have the weight information. We have the ProDriver at Max. I'm going to show you a little bit of the interior and the screens as well, and I think I've given you a little bit, not everything. Oh yeah, I didn't give you the price. It's only 38,000 euros in China, 38,000 euros for 663 horsepower. Imagine, you can see there's quite a difference between the cars here, because for 38,000 euros here, we don't get much. If it's the entry-level price of the new Alpine at 290, which will be released at the end of the year, normally, I'll show you a little bit of the one that's inside. We hope there aren't too many people and show you the back seats and the front seats. They are presented like this, and even though we have the second version with its rims, we can see it right here. With the big brakes, also the Brembo. So before, we can see this quite distinguished shape. We see here that the lights are on. And with this blue color, it's quite nice. We can also see we have 360 cameras just below here, along with flush handles and window surrounds. Here, which are black, and the LiDAR radar on top, the large glass roof here, so we can see who is tinted with the treatment here. The back, we have a spoiler here that we can adjust. We can adjust degree by degree the tilt of this spoiler. And as you can see, when it's lit, we can see that we have a large light strip, so which crosses like that really. And in addition, it's in several lines, so it has much finer lines. The Max Lollipop also, we can say the Lollipop, does it work or not? I think everyone has made this joke. Does Xiaomi here or Xiaomi? On the back we can see a diffuser as well, just raw plastic on the lower part. My camera's also there, the little button to open the trunk at that spot. And it's the first time I've seen air curtains also on the rear part. That's quite rare. Something very, very fluid, very high lines, so a lot of people said it looked like the Taycan. And I admit that this line here, particularly there, it does indeed really look like it. With everything like the flush handles and the small part a little wider at the front, it's more like the small models, it's quite nice. I admit that I like this color and I also like the purple. And we put it there on this carpet right here, so we're going to try to open the trunk. They left the small device to remove the dust. This is how it appears. 493 or a little over 500 liters of loading. As we can see, there is still space below to place these cables. So there, we have the plates as well, the little hooks on the sides, and of course it's electric. We have a 12-volt outlet there, and we can open and close it from the inside or the outside, in this way. Everyone is paying attention, and they are actually presenting the car right here. The charging hatch, we can press right there, which allows us to open it. These are the connectors used abroad. In France, we have combos for fast charging and other types. And I press here again. And it closes back up in this shape. What do you think about this 3/4 rear? We're going to see here the sale of a trunk of about 107 liters right here. Enough to put the low windshield washer fluid, the simplicity, and what closes automatically. We were almost there.
It's a little breakup. No, still.
He pressed. We press on the little ME logo, and that's how it closes the lights on the front for you. Let's show a little bit close. So we find 4. Helps a little bit all around also, this big banner right here with a scrolling blinker. The car's blinkers are visible from inside when activated, displaying all available options on the headlight.
Chinese character. There, it needs to be put vertically. When we put that, that, and Xiao vertically, it does that.
And after the rest, you have a cross.
And in each part, like this, tack, 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 so Xiaomi, so it was thought out. Yes. Which allow you to adjust the suspension parts to really give you a more sporty or more flex ride and put you in total safety.
So everything is adjustable, everything is absolutely adjustable. So 3 leg sizes, as we said, of 19, 20 and 21 inches. And then, so the shop is going to open to customers not very long from now. See what it's going to give. We hope it will be sold in France in a little while. See a little bit of everyone. If you recognized any faces, don't hesitate to tag them. So here I am inside, this time, of this car. The quality, honestly, at first glance, very well finished. It's nice, it's soft, it's pleasant. Even this texture here, everything is foamy. And it's honestly really not bad. We have a steering wheel that looks quite sporty, with the drive modes here, on small satellites there as well. So, at Omikira, which is in the middle of the control buttons here, volume and others, honestly, the perceived quality is pleasant. We have the sensor here with the cameras for attention. A screen here will be able to move depending on when I turn on or off the car. We can see that they turn around, and we can see that here it's closed again with a part, this time in plastic. The box and gear controller are on this side, while the windshield wipers, headlight flasher and turn signal are on the other side, making it very simple. Then it's really stripped down on the whole side. Do we have the soft close? No, we don't have the soft close tell. It's something I just saw there while looking at the hand. It's that looking at the mirrors, in fact we don't have any surroundings. I make it a little bit like the center mirrors without edge. I find it really rather pretty. When I restart the car, I press if it starts it. And we can see this screen that turns around a little bit like we have at Bentley on the central screen. We have a huge head-up display here, so I don't know if you can see it there. If I see so here, we can put our phone here, we can put phones here, we can put phone here. We can put a tablet in the back or even two tablets, and the whole car is interconnected with its phone. And we can see that, for example, there I have this phone here, I can unlock it. So, I don't remember how the lady did it at such time, she showed me, there you go, and in fact, it unlocks me, this phone. So, I have a screen replication right here, and I can do exactly what I want. I can put the photos, and each time I can transfer it to this part. This is all the Xiaomi connectivity that is done with Android Auto, and it is also available with Apple. CarPlay can be found under connectivity settings, which are in Chinese, but it's visible that CarPlay is available. Here, for example, we can go back to the home screen. We have shortcuts here. For example, to open the front trunk, open the rear trunk, the charging port, unlock the mirrors. Excuse me, the brightness of the screen, and what I like is that they show directly when I do it, the final screen behind. So that's really great to be able to have a good idea, and that's the same. It's the phone here, I can see it here. I can make it ring right there, put it in silent mode, and we really have a lot of shortcuts. If I switch to the right, it's different. We also have seat settings here, we even have the windows, we have the car, so I would like to go back to the home here, so there I have my car. We can enlarge each time like this, lock the same, we have shortcuts on the car, we really have a lot of things. All the settings are in Chinese because the car is only marketed in China. For now we don't have it in French, we have the map settings here. So here it doesn't work because they haven't updated the French map. We have high quality cameras all around that provide excellent visibility. And then we have the applications as we would on a smartphone. Really, here we can see our friend JB from the D collection. Just over there we can wave at him, that's it. The 2 meters on top display the speed in kilometers per hour and the trip distance in kilometers. The addition of 2 small satellites on top is highly original, reminiscent of the circles we have right there. The screen here, it looks a bit like a kind of vintage Caterpillar, the impression with the volume. Here then, with the round button, the play pause right in the center and the temperature here, warmer, less warm, and in Bison of course. Where do I get ventilated? So we all have here, so what I like is that they all put to watch. We really have all the possible positions, and that I find that cool, and I can also do it. Touch, auto air conditioning, and then the fan speed and obstacles. Or the synchronized auto mode for the air conditioning if I want it synchronized on both sides. 2 here, an induction charger, a dashboard here which is really very nice, and central console. A huge storage space underneath is also... We have small ones, but I'm not sure of their purpose. They're quite stylish though. What's your opinion on that? Does it come from a secret storage? No, it doesn't come from there. In fact, nothing actually creates a secret storage. On this side, it is well hidden, and there is even another storage a little bit lower with a 12-volt socket. We have a pedal set here, aluminum, it's really nice. The door finishes, we have space here. We also have to cover the trunk here. We have the Xiaomi reminder on the speaker on the side. The pillars here are in some kind of Alcantara. It's really well finished. I have the impression that the mirror is going to be huge. Oh, I think it's one of the biggest mirrors I've ever seen in my life. It's super cool. We have the light on the side. This folds up a little bit like tablet covers. I find it very nice, especially since it turns off the moment the magnet touches the lamps. We also have LED lamps in the center here, the central rear view mirror, its edge. And we have a little bit of all the French press that is also arriving there. What is that going to be? No, that's just to hold the dashboard, so see it here with a twisted screw. We have a glove box on this side, quite thin, however, it seems deep. I'm not sure if large bottles will fit, but a minister's bottles might. The glove box is quite deep and half scalar. The seats, I didn't show you, here's what they look like. So, with this shape here, they are rather soft, plus heated and ventilated seats if desired. The central aisle also features interesting storage solutions. We can see that, just seen from here, there is room in the back seats and a big panoramic roof. We see it there, it is really gigantic, it is tinted, and the handles, look at the shape of the handle and even the quality, it is really totally different from what we are used to seeing. In summary, this is a glimpse of what it's like. I hope we can test these cars soon, as it seems incredibly appealing. In terms of the rear seats, this is what the door looks like. Same, a nice finish, a kind of leather here, and always this soft texture. I'll show you the front and back of the doors. For once, starting with the front. Here, with the Asono Xiaomi, we even have the emergency door opening because it's an electric button. The window controls, we can see that we have quite thick windows. So, it's not double glazing, but in fact it's a single piece, but quite thick. We have seats that look quite comfortable. Oh, but we find another YouTuber colleague. Hello, Jace. How are you? Did you know that it's a fridge? They told you, right? Oh yeah. When you pull, I don't know how he opened it. Oh, there it is. Actually, it's a fridge. You can fit up to 6 cans. And it's also possible that it's an oven and it can go up to 50 degrees. I've never seen that in a car before. I think Rolls-Royce is jealous.
Yeah, Rolls-Royce has some worries to deal with.
I couldn't have said it better.
She is talking to us. There's air conditioning. These back seats seem pretty good. You're pretty tall too, but there is one.
Afterwards, you shouldn't have super long hair.
Yeah, it touches a little bit up there in the central corridor. The little entourage is not bad. They still thought about some pretty nice finishes. The isofix on the sides, the belts that are on the side. We can see that we still have a fairly wide part because we also have widened lanes. Since this is a fairly powerful car here, and if I sit inside, we have 2 USB-C ports. Here, tablets, in fact, it's just up to you to place your tablets right here. I don't know how tablets work. I don't even have a tablet. Can you believe it? JB, I don't even have a tablet. It's shameful. Small support here to put your shirt or your hanger, and LED also on the top of the handles. Same with these stock screws. I like it. It's a change, so I make 1 meter 80. Indeed. A little bit right. That does not bother if I speak, and if we take a Doden a little quickly, I'm afraid of hitting my head very hard up there. So it's not made for the tallest people, and it's true that in China they are a little bit smaller than us in Europe. At the knee level, I still have some space, as they prefer ample room for their feet. It's a flat floor all the way, and it's really flat, absolutely everywhere. And we still have a phone holder in front of our fridge to put our accessories. In the middle, we have a central place that is a little bit firmer. A small complaint I could make is maybe that when you're tall, your legs are quite bent, and there's very little support at the back of the thighs. Since this electric car has a low-positioned bench, the floor is filled with the battery. So that means if we wanted to keep a little bit of space for the head, we had to position this bench quite low. With my knees slightly raised, even when I stretch, there will be very little support behind my thighs. And the view of the front part that I'm going to take you to discover, and this large panoramic weight. Well, and as you can see, when I'm fully turned around, this is what it looks like. So, a little bit of room for the knees, a little bit of room at the head level. We'll see. Hopefully we can try it soon, but it's unlikely to happen in the near future. That's our discovery of this model today. Hope you enjoyed it. Give it a like and subscribe if you did. I'm excited to try it. If enough people ask Xiaomi to recommend the car, we might get an online test, as I can't wait for it to reach us.